woman, you will get disrespected to your face because his financial status says I can. So my thing is, if you coming home to me at night and only me, baby, I'll take you broke.
Shit.
I'll take you broke. Because I've been broke in by millionaires. Come on now, what's the...
Title of this episode is I'll Take You Broke.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about it.
I
can't.
Hey, I was talking about this early on the live. Hey, let's just make it simple. Let's make it simple, right? Ladies, when y'all say y'all will cry in a Bentley instead of a Honda, y'all know what that tell men? That tell men that y'all morality is up for sale. That tells men that y'all understand it, even though y'all try to flex and say it's this and it's that y'all understand that if I make enough money, I can treat you however the fuck I want to treat you.
Did you hear what I said?
That's what y'all putting out in the world. You are for sale. There is a price on you, emotionally, physically, mentally. You don't care as long as the dollar amount match. And I'm going to say this like I always said. So it's either y'all want somebody emotionally available, someone that's going to support your dreams and love you as a woman in your perfection and imperfections. You know what they say, the beautiful mess I am. Or it's about the dollars. Could y'all please pick a lie? That's all I got.
Hey, Ricky, can I ask you a question? Do you remember what a car booty is? Was you around for car booties?
What?
What's a car booty?
A car booty was a girl who only dated a dude because he had a dope whip. He had to have them pioneers in the trunk. He had to have them. It was 18s back then. You know, they was 20s, but the 18s, we kept them clean though. You know what I'm saying? But you had to have that new Monte Carlo. You had to have that new Nissan Maxima. You had to have that Cadillac on them things. And it didn't matter what he do to you. As long as you rode in the passenger seat, you was happy. Now y'all just dollar booties and shit.
Dollar booty.
I have a issue with just how women operate. And like I always say, is because they don't have goddamn fathers. So it's three types of men that women get caught up with, and they don't know how to deliberate between the three types of men. One, you got the dude that you already know don't want you, ain't never gonna want you. You know, it might be the rich dude, it might be the popular dude, it might be the tall dude, it might be the dude that just, you know, got all the women or something, right? She's gonna get that man ass with no problem. And then you got the Pookie, who she's gonna give the ass out with no problem because unlike the dude that she know doesn't want her, she likes to feel wanted. And the dude that's the Pookie, he wants her, but at the same time, he doesn't want her either. So you got the high-end dude that doesn't want her. Then you got the Pookie that actually doesn't want her, because the Pookie, she doesn't want him either because she just wants a feeling of control. So they're kind of like back and forth. She wants him, he wants her. But then you got the dude that actually wants her. She don't want him, and he's chasing her because she is so used to dudes not wanting her, where she's confused on why he wants me. The broke dude don't want me, and the dude got all this other stuff don't want me. So why do you want me? And those are the three types of dudes that women just don't understand how to deal with between the three. So she just goes between the three different dudes in her lives and just stays single, because at the end of the day, she's literally not used to being wanted.
All right. King Rio, what are your thoughts about it, sir? His financial status says I can in relation to the video I just played.
I think if you're being taken care of, you're more inclined to be quiet, just in general. And I think the risk of disrupting your comfort by aggravating the person who's taking care of you is something that you think twice about, opposed to if he doesn't have anything, or if you bring more to the table than him, you're going to be quite vocal about whatever it is you're disgruntled about at any point and whatever you feel like doing it. What her experience was, I'm sure we can break down and analyze, because we don't know what exactly was going on. Not everybody with money is a jerk. However, you got a lot more say so, and you take a lot less shit when you're taking care of that individual. I think that should come with the territory.
Okay.
I would say I can see what she's trying to say, but I would say it's his morality that says that he can or cannot. It's really kind of like, what is his? Because like Rio said, like there are some dudes that make money that are cool with being faithful to their lady, right? But then there's some broke dudes that's gonna cheat on their chick too. So I would look at it as from a perspective of morality. Like, what is she looking for when she goes and trying to talk to this dude? Like at the beginning of the conversation, you should be trying to find out what is his baseline, what is his morality, what is his integrity, what is his character, as opposed to trying to see what is his money, like his financial status. Like, because dudes that have a plan can get to the money. And the thing about what's unfortunate for women, they don't, I won't say all, but most women don't understand that dudes are more faithful to the woman that came up with them, from what I've seen, than the woman that got with him when he got the bag. I mean, so after he got the bag, you know. So I would say that it's more of a morality issue than his financial status that says that he can or cannot.
All right.
Well, for one, I just want to commend her for learning that lesson that a lot of women learn late in their life. Money ain't enough to be disrespected. She caught it early, which is why she said what she said, in the sense of, well, shit, I mean, if I want to be disrespected, I just, like, the money is not irrelevant. She would rather not be disrespected than accept the quote unquote benefits of a man having money. So just like she said, if my man to come home every night and he'll treat me right, I'd date a broke man. So she got the lesson early that a lot of women don't get until they 2-3 kids being 150 pounds heavier. So salute her for that. And then in terms of what this says, his financial status says I can, it's a fact. Same way a fat ass says she can. Pretty face says she can. Fact is that when you have a desirable trait, you got wiggle room with most people. Because most people are not firm in their morals. Most people's morals are flimsy, especially in regards to money. And that's men and women. We're going to be honest here. You got men that's cool with dudes that got money who they don't really fuck with for real. Because of his morals is trash. I don't really like to be around him. But he got the bag. And when we go out, he commands a certain amount of attention, certain amount of women are with us, around, whatever the case may be. Or we go on trips, he getting a yacht, he doing this. So, like, it's fun to be around him because he got the money. But take that money away and you wouldn't even hang with him. So benefit drives interest. That's what they're saying. And that's 1,000% true. We see it with women every day. Whenever like a Dwayne Wade or somebody cheat on their girl, cheat on Gabby, then you will go to Twitter and dudes be like, damn, she took him right back. Like, yeah, but y'all won't take us back. And what they'll say, you don't have Dwayne Wade money. So what that means is that it's two sets of rules. Like I always say. Yeah, they got a set of rules for the man that they really like or the man with benefits that they really desire. And they got a set of rules for everybody else. Don't be everybody else. Be the exception. But that status, it's not changing. Been that way forever. When you have what's desirable, you have wiggle room. That's life, whether it's a man or a woman. Because it's like, dudes that sit up here and say, ain't no woman gonna do me. I don't care. Let Rihanna give 90% of these dudes a chance. And if she want to show her body online, he gonna let her show her body online. The same way he'll say, oh no, my girl never. Okay. But he dating Kim K or he dating Beyonce, and Beyonce got that new lingerie line that she ready to drop. You think he gonna say a word to her when she go to show her body online? No, you gonna accept that, because that's what come with having that type of woman. So yeah, I mean, again, just like I said, man, that's why I tell this all the time: work at gaining something that's desirable, and then you'll get that same wiggle room. But if you don't got it, you don't got it. Simple and plain. That's my take on it.
My question is, I have a problem when the woman goes to the loser, because that's the thing that usually happens in our communities. A woman will get ran through by dudes with the money, and then she'll go to the loser and have babies with them, and now she got loser babies. And that in particular is the actual problem. Only women, black women, white women do it too, but like animals don't do this shit. Insects don't do this shit. Only human women are just this dumb to go sleep with the dumbest, most inept, the brokest, stupidest man and have a baby with him. Animals don't even do this shit. And the shit is just so weird. So I understand the man with the money and that can kind of like have you messed up or whatever. But damn, it's this extreme opposite. You go from this dude over here, then you go all the way to the trash can and get with this dude and say, oh yeah, I get with a broke dude. Now, if there's a plan, just like y'all said, I understand that, but the thought of, oh, I'll come home every night to a broke dude, that just isn't like biological nature. And that's the biggest problem with damn women. They just go against biology. They just do the stupidest shit, but it's not even their nature, it's their nurture, because their moms in some type of way screwed them up. And it's sad, because at the end of the day, animals even have enough sense to not mate with weak males. Because I'm always about the family, the kids and all that shit. And that's the actual biggest problem with all of this. They are quick to go get ran through by the dude that got the money, that don't want her, and then go have babies with the loser because she got a certain amount of control, or he can't go nowhere, or he gonna live with her. And now she got a bunch of loser ass babies. They're gonna grow up, be losers just like their daddy.
But hey, let go. You're right. What the wild part is that's on them dudes. Like, why would you take a woman that's been ran through like that? But the thing is that, I mean, it's the same reason people will go buy
You're a loser. You ain't got no options. If you're a loser and she's attractive, you winning.
But the wild part is, you ain't even got to be a loser. You could be a nigga that was a loser, but you done came into something, but you still see her how you saw her when you was a loser. It's the same way niggas that go buy a 2000 Mercedes Benz right now, and it's 2022. It's got 200,000 miles on it, but it's just, hey, I just, I always wanted this car. I want me a fancy luxury car. I do whatever it takes to get it. In fact, there's a lot of these niggas be fantasizing over these girls. That's why you see in the music industry, they pass the same 7-8 chicks around. What, the rapper could be 19 or the rapper could be 42. They passing the same women around. Why? Because on the come up, this who was the status symbol for what success is. So, as a man, we got to change that shit. Like you dope enough now to create one of them women. You don't got to go try to relive who she was 15 years ago. Because fact is, she ain't. 9 times out of 10, she fucked up mentally, probably got kids, probably got all kind of trauma and all type of shit that you about to walk into. But you still see her how you saw her when you was a loser and she was lit. So men gotta stop doing that shit, man. Like get to your bag and create your own Amber Rose or Ari Fletcher or Lyra Galore. Cause it's a million women out here that look like that. Let's just be honest. Shit, I live in Houston and you live in Atlanta. So you already know. Literally at the gas station, a grocery store, checking the mailbox, you were running into something that looked like that. So, dudes got to have, a little more, more self-esteem, a little more pride, man. I don't want no chick that I know just done been just passed around just because she got a name or because she had status when I was, so that's my whole take on that. But what you saying is 1,000% true. That shit crazy. I see it every day.
I mean, why would you want somebody who didn't want you on a come up? Right? To stress Trill's point, right? You should be looking at her different the same way she looking at you different. Right? She is not at the status that she was at when you really wanted her, when you wanted to really get with her, right? She looked at you like you was beneath her. But now you the man, and now you still looking at her like she Nia Long back in the 90s. She not. Right? I'm just, man, we'll get into it. Let's move on.
So you're talking about, like, I would see this as a Steve Urkel, Stefan type of situation, right? Steve Urkel had what Laura really needed as a man. Like, he catered to her, right? And was trying to give her everything that she wanted. But then he was the same dude, but then he had a charisma about himself, and she changed and said she wanted him. But he still desired Laura. Like, both the dudes still desired Laura, when Stefan could have, based on how they wrote the character, could have had any other woman, right? So it makes a lot of sense what you're saying, Ricky. Like, why would you want to get the girl that didn't want you when you was on the come up? That doesn't make any sense. But as Trill said, I think Mr. Lego said, it's a self-esteem issue, right? Or you had an idea of who this woman was and you want that, but that time is gone. Why don't you go find somebody that wants you where you at, right? If you do that, then it's a beautiful thing when you find somebody that wants you where you at.
Before I go to Rilla, I'm gonna go to Simon. What's going on, brother? Welcome to the show. You want to chime in on this topic?
Yo,
you got something going on? Loud.
Is that any better? 1, 2.
Is that better? Yeah, it's better. All right.
Yeah, I think marriage is important. I think just on the subject, a lot of people have not been married, and they're subjective. So, a lot of the conversation comes from a subjective perspective, and we could turn around and speak about our women in a certain type of way, and that's fair and that's cool. And I think it's important for Black men, in particular, to have a stand in terms of where we're going, because because we have been trodden on, but at the same time, we're not going to get very far by just wiping out Black women. That's we can't do that. So we need to work out some sort of way of like coming to some sort of mutual sort of standpoint, and that's what I sort of detracted from the conversation we're having at present. Thank you, Lapeef.
All right, no doubt. Anybody want to respond?
So what would you say would be the solution? Because you're saying that you're given the problem, but what would be your solution to bringing the two different points of view together? This is why I'm asking, because if men control access to marriage and a woman wants to be married, why does the dude need to change anyway, right? The woman doesn't necessarily have to change, but if she wants to be in the particular game of getting married, there's going to have to be an adjustment. And currently, from what has been said on different platforms, women are not trying to change. So how would you, or what advice would you give other than what we're doing?
The thing I see, which is a very problematic situation, is that Black men do not want to change their mind state, period. Like we want to turn around and think that we can solve the woman's mind state. When you can't do that, you can't. You know, if you've ever been in a relationship for a long period of time, you'd acknowledge that at the end of the day, the black woman is the black woman. And I understand these conversations, and they're very poignant and very useful to young people. But when you start having children and stuff, it doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, you know, if you've ever been in a relationship where you've had a child with a black woman, that's completely different to just having a relationship or trying to bust someone down or some shit like that. So what I'd say to you is there is a bit of work to be done in terms of black men actually understanding black women, period. And, you know, call me a simp all fucking day long. I'm not being bad. Sorry, I don't want to swear. But I'm just saying, like, there is some work to be done in terms of understanding black women, because we have these endless cartwheel conversations about black women. And the thing is they are endless. The conversations are endless. And why are they endless? Because we're not working out.
So Simon, just if I could just chime in real quick, because I understand some of what you're saying. I think the point that gets missed a lot of times from that perspective, because I shared that view at one point, but then when you step back and you look at, like, sometimes for me, I just step back and take a look at all the conversations that's happening. I don't participate in every conversation that's happening in this space. But men, I'm saying online and offline, I see men stepping up to the plate. And I see men also saying this is the standard. Now, what we do on Tuesdays, we're reinforcing, we're building the standard, we're challenging men, right, in certain areas. And so it's not necessarily about bashing or coming down on black women as much as it is about holding a mirror to some of their faces and saying, look, here's the reality of the situation. And then what you have also is brothers stepping up and you know, they're getting their resources together. They're getting themselves together, right? And then they're still not able to find help meets that are qualified and suitable for the family that they want to build, which is why they're opting out otherwise. Now, if they didn't care altogether about community or black, there'd be no real need to continue to have these conversations. I agree with you on that. I also agree that at some point we got to move to a point of solution. But I think the starting point and what you see men saying is, yeah, enough's enough. Like, there's just certain behaviors men are not tolerating anymore. There's certain conversations and language and rhetoric that men are not tolerating from women anymore. And so what that becomes is the woman has to say, okay, well, either you want this type of man or you don't. And men are saying, if you don't, cool, go ahead about your long head. I'm going to find happiness elsewhere, or whatever, satisfaction, family, legacy, whatever it is that they want to build, they're going to do that elsewhere. But I do think these conversations are necessary. And I don't look at Tuesday conversations like how I see some of the other conversations that happen in these spaces when it comes to talking about women. I see Tuesday as a mastermind group, and we're problem solving. And some stuff we just call out to the forefront, and then we just build on it.